Alright, so we're rebuilding the Arizona Cardinals. Let's look at the roster. We have Kyler Murray, quarterback. And we still got Kenyon Drake, Chase Edmonds, and then we got And receivers, we got Hopkins, Fitzgerald's still there. Christian Kirk's good little rookie, and then Isabel is so quick. Max Williams at tight end, he's okay for right now. The main problem is the offensive line is trash. At left end, Jordan Phillips is okay. Our ends are also trash. Corey Peters is getting old. We still got Chandler Jones. Our linebackers are okay. We got Kennard there. This is the part where I had to I was looking for Simmons. And with this updated roster I downloaded, they had him at a strong safety. Yeah, I was kind of looking for him there to see if they put him at any other position. Yeah, still got Patrick Peterson, Murphy, Buda Baker's beast. And there it is. That's when I found Simmons, so we went ahead and changed him to right outside linebacker. And just put him into the lineup. After preseason, I didn't really have to cut anybody off the roster. I didn't really sign anybody because I just wanted to keep the roster kind of the same. And then here we go. We're going to go ahead and kind of simulate the whole year. Obviously, we didn't make the playoffs this year. We didn't do bad. We went 7-9. That's not terrible. So Kyler Murray did okay. Yards are pretty low though. Even our rush. But Kenyon Drake got injured during the year, so he probably would have broke 1,000. Fitzgerald's still doing it. And our defense, we didn't even have a tackler with 100 tackles, so that's pretty sad. Sacks, I mean, that's not that great. Chandler Jones with only 6, that's terrible. And we go and kind of look at Matt Ryan leading the league. Drew Brees, Tom Brady still doing it. And then Cam Newton, for some reason, he always ends up on the Patriots. Rushing, Ezekiel Elliott, McCaffrey, Delvin Cook, Edelman surprisingly leading the league in yards and receptions. And Kendrick Bourne got traded to the Falcons apparently. And Myles Garrett, just in Madden, I don't know why, always tears it up. He always has like 20 sacks. Check out the yearly awards. Got Cam Newton getting MVP. We'll see if that happens. Jason Garrett, well, he's not coaching. Just kind of see if we got anything. Kyler Murray got Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think re-signing wise, I don't think we had anybody we really needed to keep. Yeah, T. Higgins was somebody I was able to pick off free agency. There's just like a lot of fillers, like 70 overalls, guys like that. No one really big that we needed to re-sign. Free agency, we tried to get Chris Jones. But really was just trying to like fill in the gaps that we needed. But there wasn't anyone really crazy to sign either. We had to get him at our left guard, Willie Henry. So I mean, at free agency wise, we just kind of filled little holes, but there wasn't anyone crazy to like really fill any of the gaps. Alright, so we traded Reddick here because we already have Simmons and a couple picks for a first round pick just to clear cap space and get another first round pick. He wasn't doing anything for us. So here's kind of the draft. I'll let you guys watch this. Recap here, we didn't get anybody super crazy. We did get a good guard, and that defensive tackle was nice. And then it kind of fell off from there, but we'll see. You never know what kind of trait they have. So after the off season, we gotta get back up. Still got Drake as our running back. We still got Hopkins, Kirk, Isabella. We got T. Higgins still. He didn't upgrade that much though, but he's also not really playing. So our line got a little better. I realized I didn't get a left tackle. But the offensive line's still young, still kind of trash, but they could get better this year, we'll see. Our defensive line got a little bit better. And that rookie was a great pickup. Plus we still got Woods and Peters as backup. Chandler Jones is still 92. Simmons is getting better. We have a decent team. I don't know if they'll make the playoffs. Probably another 7-9 team this year, but we'll see. You never know. Alright, so obviously, yeah, we didn't make the playoffs again. We actually did worse, 6-10, but I wasn't expecting to do good. Let's look at our stats. Murray's still doing low with 3,500. Good TD to interception ratio though. Kenyon Drake still couldn't break 1,000. Hopkins finally broke 1,000 with 11 touchdowns. And defensively, not really getting a lot of tackles. Our sacks are kind of low. Cam Newton's still killing it on the Patriots. Tom Brady's still up there. Garoppolo doing better. McCaffrey leading the league in rushing. And Le'Veon Bell's getting up there. And surprisingly, Marquise Lee leading the league in receiving yards. Funchess coming back. And defensively, sack leader, Myles Garrett, of course, Buckner getting up there. And I noticed Javon Kinlaw from the Niners, that rookie, he's getting up there. Yeah, just going to kind of simulate it here. We got Colts, Giants in the Super Bowl, Mahomes MVP, Zach Taylor, Coach of the Year. Let's see if we got anything here. Kyler Murray top 3. And he got best QB. Alright, so re-signing wise, after the Colts won the Super Bowl, they got rid of Phillip Rivers, which I thought was funny. Resigning wise, I didn't really keep anybody. The only one I really wanted to keep was Buda Baker, which we did re-sign, and we tried to get Patrick Peterson back, but he didn't want to stay with us. And then eventually I had to go switch Kingsbury's scheme to a spread offense because his playbook is a spread offense, and I figured that's why maybe Kyler Murray wasn't getting enough yards. So here's kind of like our free agency moves. I'll kind of let you guys watch this, and I'll give you a recap at the end. Alright, so here's our signings. We got Kenyo, Neal, back to Tari, Patrick Peterson we brought back. We got Damian Williams, Mosley, DJ Jones. Like, we really filled out our roster this year, which we haven't been able to do before. Here Higgins wasn't doing anything for us, so we traded him. Also was able to get a first round pick for Bassam. Just trying to rebuild through the draft, and then here's the draft so you guys can kind of see what we got. And again, I'll recap at the end. So we were able to draft a center at 77, and then we got another center there in the third round at 74. Everybody else is, not that great, but we did good in free agency. I think this year we might have a shot to make the playoffs. Alright, so Kyler Murray's 86 now. We still got Drake, but we picked up Damian Williams. Chase Edmonds is getting better. Receiver wise, we still have Hopkins. Kirk is getting better. Isabella in the slot. Max Williams is getting better. Left tackle is it's locked up there. Left guard, center's good. So our line is just, from the first year to now, it's just really solid. The only problem is end wise, we weren't really able to pick up anybody in free agency. That defensive tackle rookie is getting better. Chandler Jones is going down though. Isaiah Simmons is getting better. Cornerbacks are still solid. Free safeties, we got Buda Baker, and then we got Keno O'Neal. So free agency wise, that was left over. I went and picked up Marquise Goodwin. And then I also picked up Jared Cook, just to have like a solid backup. And from there, I went on ahead and picked up Trevin Diggs as well. He was available. It was a good signing there. And then I went ahead and traded for Brian off the Jaguars, straight across for a free safety that was just backup. And from here, I'll let you guys just kind of see how I simmed it out. Alright, so I thought we were going to have a shot at making the playoffs this year. We didn't. Cam Newton's over there killing it with the Patriots. And just John Harbaugh getting that Coach of the Year. Kyler Murray's up there, top 6. We went 5-11 though. Terrible. The only one we really needed to resign this year was Hopkins, which we did end up signing. I let go of the running backs. Just they never hit 1,000 yards, so let Kurt go. Kept Williams. And then that's pretty much it. Everybody else I kind of let go. Oh, I did bring back Brian. We had a really good off season for free agents this year. Jay Alexander we picked up, 96 overall. Mark Andrews, tight end. Blogna for that right tackle. Von Miller, way cheaper than Chandler Jones was, and I think he'll give us just as much sacks. Picked up a first-round pick here just for some backups we didn't need. Another first-round pick for another backup we didn't need anymore. Here's kind of the draft. I'll recap it at the end. We had a very solid draft this year. Well, we did have 3 first-round picks. Amari Davis, left end. Ramsey, receiver, to replace Kirk. Outside linebacker kind of fell off there. Safety is a good backup. So we kind of replaced the guy we traded to get a first-round pick in the first place. And from here, we'll kind of look at our depth chart. So we got Kyler Murray, PJ Walker backing him up. And the running backs kind of fell off. But we got Hopkins, we got Williams. I went ahead and put Ramsey at the 2 just so he was probably going to progress faster than any of them. Williams was a good signing that we had. Mark Andrews was key. And Bagatari at the left tackle. Our left guard looks good. Our center's getting better. Our right guard's great. Right tackle, so our line is just solidified. Our defensive line's getting better. He should be 80 by the end of the year. That defensive tackle we drafted is getting better. And then just that secondary, 96, 87, 90. Yeah, it's pretty solid. The main thing was we don't have a running back, so we picked up Mozart. And since I had enough cap, I went ahead and got a Justin Jackson up top as well. And then we picked up Jordan Reed just to kind of help back up the tight ends. Then from there, just got a bunch of like filler positions. I'll let you guys look at that. Alright, so the roster is pretty much set, so I'm just gonna go ahead and let this thing simulate and I'll let you guys watch.
That was all I needed, just you. But on that day, when I came back home, the only thing there was that pocket watch. That and a small piece of paper that had just one.
So we had a lot of injuries this year. Luckily, we did do it. We made the playoffs. We're 10-6. Kyler Murray really stepped it up with the yards. 40 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. Rushing wise, 906. But he was injured some of the year. Mostert was injured. He was the one starting. Hopkins did great as he's getting older. Ramsey, as a rookie, did really good. And just Andrews with 9 touchdowns at the tight end position. Tackles, I was like, it was weird to me that our leading tackler only had 78. But he was injured some of the year. Simmons was. And then sack-wise, Von Miller did better than Chandler Jones ever did for us, so that was good. Reed, that defensive tackle we drafted, did great for us too. I was just kind of looking at the pass deflections and stuff just because the tackles were so low. But yeah, and then you saw there Matthew Stafford had a comeback year out of nowhere. Russell Wilson leading the league. And Ezekiel Elliott up there. Fournette having a comeback year. Receiving wise, Michael Thompson, Galladay, Braxton Barrios. And defensively, Reuben Foster leading the league in tackles. And sack-wise, of course, Myles Garrett always up there. And then Javon Ginlaw, every year's just gotten better. Chase Young up there with 13 sacks. Just kind of seeing where my team stacked up with the rest of the NFL. But yeah, we did it. Let's get into it now. Alright, here we go. Wild card. Buccaneers, Cardinals. Let's see if I got to jump in this one. So I did have to jump into this one. It's 27-27. 2 minutes left. I just wanted to lock it up. And that secondary that we have is just locking them up. And right there, Neal with the pick to seal the game, and we're off to the next round. Next round, Giants versus Cardinals. Daniel Jones versus Kyler Murray. Let's see who's better. This one I didn't really need to jump in. They were already winning. Just needed to waste the last 2 minutes. But I went ahead and jumped in just to seal it off. And there you have it. Game over. Cardinals on to the next round. Let's see what we got. Alright, so we got the Seahawks in the conference championship. And this one was pretty easy. I mean, I just simmed it. I didn't have to jump in at all. I mean, they just destroyed the Seahawks, which I love as a Niners fan. We did have some injuries though. We lost Bologna at the right tackle. Our running backs are down. I think we should be alright. So we got the Cleveland Browns in the Super Bowl. Who would ever guess Cardinals versus Browns in the Super Bowl? And here I'm just kind of adjusting the line because of the injury. Again, just hopped into the game to kill the time to make sure nothing funny happened, and there it is. The rebuild is done. That's 2 for 2. Started with the Dolphins, did the Cardinals. Now we're on to the next one. I think it took, what, 4 years for this one?